Hi guys, it's Brooke here, and I'm coming to you on kind of a hard day. I went on a camping trip this weekend and ended up falling off the wagon from my keto diet, and been feeling pretty bad for the last couple days. Very bloated, headache, feeling really guilty and just disappointed in myself, and just, all the funk that goes in when you fall off the wagon. No matter what you're doing, whatever goal that you set for yourself and you happen to fall off, it's never easy. Getting back on, it's never easy dealing with the ramifications of falling off. So I thought I would just come on here and be real and share with you my thoughts on getting back on track. And I created a list with some notes about what I do to get back on track. And in my case, getting back on track of keto diet. But this can apply to anybody, anything that you're doing. This has a lot to do with diet, but so I said the 10 things that you need to know or do to get back on track. And number 1, I said, don't beat yourself up. Pretend that you are a friend talking to yourself. Would you talk to yourself the way that you talk to yourself in your mind about how bad it was for you to fall off and all the work, it's out the window, la la la. You would never say that to a friend. So, be gentle to yourself. You are doing this to better yourself. You're doing this to feel better. And any amount of negative self-talk is not going to get you back on track. So just know that it's a new day. The Bible says each new day begins fresh mercies each day. And that means giving yourself fresh mercies, being gentle to yourself. So number 2, hold yourself accountable. Now that doesn't mean talk badly to yourself, but it means don't blame other people. Don't blame other situations for what happened. Don't blame the camping trip that had a lot of marshmallows and chocolate. Just take responsibility for what happened. Know that you're human, and know that you can do better, and that you will keep trying, and that you will get up and get going again. And there's lots of ways to help ourselves do that. Number 3, one thing I do is mentally keep track of how I feel. Like I said, I'm bloated, I have headaches, I'm kind of depressed, I'm lethargic, my stomach hurts, I'm not digesting well, things like that. And if you happen to write those things down, then you can look at that and mentally remind yourself, I do not feel good when I do this. This is not worth it, Number 4, I said purify. Eat and drink as clean as you can. Get lots of veggies in there, and, just try to flush out and get your body the nourishment, the right nourishment that it needs. Number 5, body moving. Get your body moving. You got to get your body moving. All of that will flush things through and work things through. Your lymphatic system, everything will just move. Your digestion works better when you're moving. Just go for a walk, do some stretches. You know, it doesn't have to be extreme. Go for a nice bike ride, you know, go for a hike. But get your body moving. Even if you feel slow and you're just like, oh, I can't even hardly put one foot in front of the other. That's kind of how I feel today. Just put one foot in front of the other and just go down to the end of the block and back, or down to the next tree and back, or out to the barn and back, whatever. Just get moving. Number 6, find a friend. One of the best things to have is to support, you know, somebody to process with, somebody to confess to. What did you do this weekend? Oh man, you know, and have somebody speak life into you. Have somebody encourage you. Have somebody, you know, point you back to where you were, and just remind you of all the good things and the reasons why you were doing those things. That's important, because when we get so down and we get so muddled, that's another physical symptom, is just brain fog. I could not think today, literally. Even my husband said, man, you're acting weird. And I'm like, I know. I can't think straight, you know? So having a friend, having a support group, even if it's online, even if you don't have any friends and you're not on a support group online, go and watch your favorite YouTube person that supports your lifestyle, and that they're doing the lifestyle, and you can be like, oh yeah, you know, and you'll get back in the groove again. Number 7, I think this is a really important one. Identify your triggers. Why did you fall off? Okay, like a prime example of this was the last time I fell off the wagon. I mean, and it was just a small little thing. It wasn't huge like this last weekend. But I went to my local health food store, and they were having a chocolate display of like loads of candy bars that I could eat. All dark chocolate. There wasn't any dairy. It was all like appropriate for me, you know. And granted, every so often I have pieces, you know, but I had like this smorgasbord of chocolate in front of me. And my mistake was that I stopped. And I started looking, and I started sampling, and before I knew it, I had sampled like 10 samples, you know. Be prepared, you know. Knowing what your trigger is that you feel bad that you don't have something, and then you eat something that you shouldn't. So be prepared. Were you stressed? Did that send you off on a trigger? I know it does for me. When I'm really stressed, I crave coffee or chocolate. So know your triggers, and when you know your triggers, you can get those in your mind, and you'll tell yourself, when there is a smorgasbord of chocolate, do not stop. When you are stressed, you do not need coffee and chocolate. You need rest. You need rejuvenation. You need water. You need rest. You know, so identify your triggers. Really important. Seek out new recipes. Sometimes you just get really bored and burnt out on the same thing all the time. And I think when you're going through recipes, it kind of is like, oh yeah, I can eat a lot of food. There's so much variety here. What am I complaining about? You know, it just kind of inspires you. So that was number 8. Number 9, this is kind of a no-brainer, but don't fall into the sugar trap. So you know how sugar is. When we cheat, just a little bit of sugar ends up being a lot of sugar, and it creates this unsatiable desire in us and makes us perpetuate trying to fill the void, whether it's with carbs or whether it's with more desserts, more chocolate, more whatever it is. It has to be something to fill that. And even stevia. I went on a detox of no sugar at all, not even stevia. And even stevia kind of perpetuates this mentality, I need a treat, I need a treat, I need a treat. Even though there's no carbs, it still perpetuates this mentality that you have to have a treat every day, you know? So don't fall in the sugar trap. And number 10, I just said begin again as soon as you can. You know, just get back up, pull up your bootstraps, get back on the wagon. You know, and before you know it, a few days will go by, they'll be a little rough, and you'll be right back in the saddle again. And, you know, it's a new day, and each new day comes with an opportunity to fill yourself with those things that you know that you need, to fill those things with the good things that you need, that you want to do for yourself. And the more that you do it, the easier it'll be. And so just get back in there as soon as possible, even if you don't feel like it. Just get back in there and do not perpetuate the cycle. So this is 10 different things to know and do to get back on track after you fall off the wagon with your diet. So I hope these things help you. They really help me. I practice these things even though I still fall off the wagon. It's gonna happen, but it happens a lot less frequent. And I learn each and every time through it. So each and everything can be a blessing. It doesn't have to be a curse. So look for the blessings, look for the good out of what happened, and just try your best and be well. All right, take care, guys.